Question of the day, or pregunta de la dia. What is your favorite expansion after a game you just knew was close to expansions came out? Case in point, some games will say, hey, you know what, we're done, there are no expansions, then all of a sudden, boom, we got an expansion. Maybe I'm crazy, but I could have sworn for the life of me that Everdell was done. There were no expansions coming, and yet here I am playing Everdell NewLeaf, a game in which you were turning over a new leaf. No, really, it's a train expansion, but what is your favorite expansion to a game that you didn't expect to ever get an expansion? Because today we're taking a look at Everdell NewLeaf. And while I so badly wanted to play the New Day's theme music from the WWE this entire time, it's a new day, I figured Tom would not appreciate getting copyright struck for my silly wrestling joke. So, just know in your head that should be playing in the background. But let's take a look at NewLeaf, what it offers, what it brings to the table, and we'll go from there. Hey, before we go any further, make sure to get your Halloween 2023 Dice Tower shirt right now at dicetowerstore.com. There are only a few of these, and you can get yours today. Pre-order them right now, and they will ship out on October 3rd. So, get those now. All right, so this is NewLeaf setup. Now, I'm not going to do a full overview of Everdell. I've done a review on that and all the expansions before, minus the newest other one, Mistwood or whatever it is. But I want to show you kind of the newest things. First of all, there's a bunch of new cards that have the train symbol on it. There's a train board over there, and there will be 3 station cards that are just basically the main deck, but placed over here. If you choose to take one of the station cards, you'll also get the bonus from the train card beside it. The other new thing is there are visitor cards here. These visitor cards, and the action's kind of wonky. You have to discard one of them and take one of the 2 that are face up, but I don't quite understand that. But anyway, that's why you do that. Here, this allows you to take these visitors cards, and what's great about visitor cards are they are in-game bonus points. So no more than 2 green in your city, and you get 10 points. So it's another way to build in points on the back end of a game instead of just these event cards. So it's very good for that. A couple of other new things. You have the reservation tokens. You can reserve a card, put it over in your area. It doesn't count part of your hand. And once it's reserved, it is 1 discount resource. Now that's an action, so to reserve it will take your action for the turn. You also have new animals. We have snails, we have honeybees, we have bats, we have cats, and that's it, I think. Yeah, snails, honeybees, bats, and cats. Coming with their own player powers, of course. Then, you have another action down here that lets you wipe the board. That's pretty much the main change. One other thing, and this one's great. Now, what's great about the reservation tokens, the ticket tokens, is they can all be kind of modular. If you want to play with just ticket tokens, you can ignore the rest of it and play with this. Now, these are great because they allow you once to flip it, and then you can move a placed worker somewhere else. Then, after the summer, you can discard it and do that again. So it gives you options on how to move your workers and get more actions out of the actions that you have. You also have these new events, the Scenic Flight and the Big City, as well as certain of the new cards will have this symbol on it, and they're unique, special to this set of Occupy tokens. You get 3 of them, you can only use 3 of them. But that is the major changes of what NewLeaf brings to Everdell. So that is NewLeaf. So it offers some new things. Now, what I love about an expansion is when it offers modules to where you don't have to play the whole expansion at once, right? A few things I hate more than when it says, oh, here's an expansion, and yes, you have to put every bit of this in or it won't work together. Ironically, Western Legends is my #1 game of all time, but the expansions for it, you cannot do half measures really with those expansions. You got to play with Ante Up, or you got to play with Blood Money, or you don't. So that's kind of a quibble. But this one offers multiple different variants and modules and things like that. But to me, I'm going to play with all of them. First of all, let's talk about, we don't really in expansion videos talk about the way a game looks because it already looks good. Everdell is one of the best looking games there is. Got a great tree and all that stuff, even though my tree is a little bit flimsy on the little piece that goes down over it. But we don't really talk about the look, so we're going to kind of skip over that. Now, art direction. Well, this game does have a few new elements with art direction. Those seal tiles, right? They're the little seal tokens where you can reserve a tile. It shows you, discount of 1. Well, if you don't read that in the rules, you're not going to know what that means. It almost looks like it costs more, but it doesn't. But having the option to have a new action to reserve is great, but also those ticket tiles. I love that. I love the idea of stretching those turns out a little bit more and getting some more mileage out of your fewer workers. So, man, I really need to take 3 actions. I don't want to go to summer yet, but what do? Well, I'll just flip my ticket open. There you go. I love that addition. I love the reserve tile, but the thing that I love most about this are the visitor tiles. The visitor cards, the cards which are new in-game goals. And what I love about this, even though I lose Everdell every single time I play, is that you can change your main strategy midstream, and you can go and get something that you didn't think you were going to be able to get, and maybe get points based on something you didn't think you were going to be able to get points for. So at the end of the day, it is a great expansion. Big fan of this. Love Everdell NewLeaf. Make sure to go get it. If you love Everdell, you're going to love this expansion, what it offers. So I'm Bryan Drake here on the Dice Tower. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, etc. at Dice Tower Bryan. Till next time, we'll see ya.